Chapter 1 The Captive Princess. My princess, open your pretty mouth, the lunatic purred, as if everything that was happening was perfectly normal and moral. Oh, I shook my head in protest, still hiding under just the blanket. Well, don't be picky and eat your porridge, it's good for you, the man continued, drawling, almost sing-song. My princess has proven so capricious, give me a spoon, at least for me. Especially not boo mm. As soon as I opened my mouth, a spoon appeared, and his hands held my chin, preventing me from moving. Well, you see, you can whenever you want, the handsome man declared, as if ignoring my protests. It's delicious, isn't it? It's with strawberries, which you love so much. Hearing this, I froze and slowly swallowed the food. Good girl, good girl. How did you find out? I muttered uncertainly. Wanna know? I immediately nodded in agreement. Then eat your porridge first, this psycho declared with his sweetest smile. Okay. I reached for the plate, but for some reason he pushed it away from me. No, princess, I'll feed you myself, so open your mouth, my master declared, wagging his finger near my nose, as if scolding a child. But I'll die of shame before I eat the whole plate like that. No buts. If you want to know how I found out, you'll have to be an obedient princess. Prisoners are supposed to be obedient, aren't they? And another spoonful landed at my mouth. Now sire, I had to resign myself and, blushing, let myself be fed. As soon as I took another spoonful, my captor's face simply lit up with happiness. Why was he so delighted? Like he was feeding a tame animal. What if I look exactly like this for this psycho? He seems to like it when I blush furiously. I was already naked, and now this. Only yesterday I was cruelly abandoned, and now I'm being held by force by a handsome, but clearly abnormal guy. So, how did you find out? I demanded the long-awaited answer, swallowing the last spoonful. I saw it on your page online, the man said with a smile, sending shivers down my spine. And how did you find out about her? Did we really know each other before? I promised I'd only answer the question about the strawberries. The man said with a mysterious smile, taking the dishes away. The rest is a secret. With these words, he left the room. I looked around again and saw my things on the floor, and most importantly, my bag. It was a bit far away, but if I lay down on the bed, I could easily reach it. I felt like an upside-down turtle trying to pull off this trick. And now I had the treasured thing in my hands. All that was left was to find my phone and… Where is it? I started rummaging through my things, but the communication device was nowhere to be seen. Maybe it had fallen somewhere. I turned the bag over, shaking the contents onto the bed, but that didn't change the result. Is this what you're looking for, princess? A mocking voice rang out, and I realized my kidnapper had returned this. Turning around, I saw the phone in his hands. Let me go. My family is definitely looking for me. Out of desperation, I resorted to threats. No, they're not looking, the man said with a strange and frightening smile. Don't even hope for that. Why? My voice trembled with fear. Did he do something to them? No, it can't be. Although he knows about my online profile, where there wasn't a single photo of me. So, what's stopping him from finding out my address? Do you want to know? The handsome man approached the bed and suddenly towered over me. Then be mine, and I'll tell you everything you want, the man whispered seductively. And then you'll let me go? I asked, trying to control myself. Yes, I'll let you go today if you agree. And then his hand was stroking my cheek. Agree, princess, you won't regret it. And if I refuse? I asked hesitantly. Do you have a choice? Although I wouldn't mind shackling the rest of your limbs too. And then someone was kissing my neck. So what's your answer? I agree. I don't know what I agreed to, but the main thing is to leave this place first. Excellent choice. Then we'll date like any other normal couple. The man beamed and immediately kissed me. Before I could even do anything, his tongue entered my mouth, albeit briefly. Where do you want to go on our first date, princess? Wait. Slow down. I flushed, tried to push the handsome man away, but he was strong. And I could clearly feel the ridges under my shirt. Well, it's… My eyes darted around in panic, trying to figure out how to get him to move to a comfortable distance. By the way, what's your name? And then it dawned on me that I still didn't know his name. Oh, sorry, I still haven't introduced myself, the man said calmly. My name is Loy Enroth, 26 years old. And me. Before I could introduce myself, I was interrupted. Sophia Nikulin, I turned 20 on March 19th. This lunatic suddenly blurted out. Where from? Now I felt scared, my body involuntarily shook. I looked. My new boyfriend reached out to the side and picked up my passport, which I'd shaken out of my bag along with everything else here. So, my address. Yes, I know that too, the kidnapper said with the most innocent smile. And what about what you said about them not looking for me? My heart started pounding, dreading learning something terrible. Your mum called yesterday, so I picked up. Now it's like a bucket of cold water has been doused over me. I said you were drunk and were staying the night. And she just agreed. I asked hesitantly, unable to understand how my strict mother hadn't raised a fuss. We chatted a bit more, of course, but basically, yes. She even invited me in for tea. Now I've completely lost track of what's going on. And you? I asked hesitantly. I said I'd definitely stop by when I have time. Your mother is so understanding, I think we'll get along. My mother, what? I just can't imagine her understanding and chatting sweetly, much less inviting a stranger in for tea. By the way, I said you'd call me when you're completely better, there's no point in making her worry. The phone was unexpectedly handed over to me. You call for now and I'll find you a change of clothes and then I'll take you home. My sweet princess. With that, he left the room again, as if he'd forgotten I was still chained up there. What do you mean? He asked me out. This handsome guy wants a relationship with me. No. I'm thinking about the wrong thing. I feel like I've just been tricked. He was already planning on bringing me home, but he forced me to agree to a relationship with him by threatening to lock me in here. This is simply unbelievable. Okay, I should call Mum first. I dialed the number with a trembling hand, and they picked up surprisingly quickly. Hello, Mum? I asked hesitantly. My darling, the voice on the other end of the line said unexpectedly tenderly. How could you hide such a wonderful guy from me for so long? What? Now I'm completely lost. What, my stupid head? You snagged such a gentleman and didn't even bother to introduce him to your family. And now I recognize your mother's grumbling. Oh, if I were younger, I'd steal him away from you myself. Well read, polite, and what a voice, so caring too. Mum, I called hesitantly to my mother, who was still sighing dreamily. What, Mum? What were you thinking? A guy like that should be married right away. He makes a great living. And you haven't even introduced him to your parents, you idiot? And how am I supposed to tell her now that we only just met this morning? What did that maniac tell her yesterday? My dear, I found you a change of clothes. Take a shower before you go. When you remember the devil, he'll show up. My head spinning. Pass the phone to your boyfriend, dear. The voice on the other end softened again. Okay. I just decided to accept the situation for now and handed the phone to Loy. Mum wants to talk to you. Of course. He took my phone with an unperturbed smile. Good morning, Xenia. Unfortunately, I didn't hear my mother's reply, but apparently they were getting along just fine. Yes, of course, I'll give her a ride. Tea. Unfortunately, I can't today, I have work after this. But I'll definitely stop by to introduce myself formally. Don't worry, Sophia hasn't caused me any trouble at all, and it's a joy to take care of her. Oh, you're embarrassing me. The further this whole farce goes, the harder it will be for me to get out of this. I need to stop them before Mom completely sides with him. I can just picture her handing over my things in suitcases. Handing them over to this handsome maniac for his care. I'd like to take a shower, I said, drawing their attention to myself, wanting to interrupt the pleasant conversation. Excuse me, Xenia, Sophia needs to get herself together. So we'll continue our conversation when we meet. Yes, okay, I remember. Thank you for entrusting her to me. When did they get so close? Here, dear. They handed me the phone back, still with the call still pending. Hello, Mum? I called hesitantly. Oh, Sophie, take your time, okay? I need to freshen up before the meeting and put on something decent. I heard only a farce on the other end. Whatever I said now, it was useless. Okay, I'll go take a shower. All that remained was to hang up the phone at the entrance. So, what's going on with the bathroom? I turned my tired gaze to the man, then pointed to my shackles. Will you take them off? Well, the princess's imprisonment has come to an end, Loy sighed, taking out a ring of keys. Even a little sad. And finally, my limbs were freed from their captivity. Stop calling me that already. Putting aside the absurdity of the situation, that nickname is one of the most embarrassing things. But you liked it yesterday, and I liked it too. He suddenly poked me in the nose. Now go take a shower, the smell of alcohol still hasn't faded from you. And then someone grabbed my wrist, forcing me to get up. Come on, I'll show you where he is. They dragged me out of the room, ignoring the fact that I was dragging the blanket behind me, trying in vain to cover myself. I can walk on my own, I protested, to which the handsome man simply smiled at me. Even though confinement is impossible right now, don't forget, my princess. You are currently held captive by a villain. And then they dragged me into the bathroom. And I'm not going to let you go. An unexpected short kiss and he was already heading for the door. There's a change of clothes on the stool. You can use whatever you find here. Take your time, cutie. After saying all this, he left, leaving me in a state of shock. Too much had piled up since yesterday to figure out what was going on.